Okay, hello everybody. I apologize for the tech delays. It's been a very weird morning, but I have a very big message for you. Today is Tuesday, January 18th. Um, oh no, it's Thursday. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. It's Thursday, January 18th of 2024. And I've tried every which way to get this light to change and move. And I literally, like, it doesn't matter where I move it. I'm, unless I go right up to my face, like I'm having a heck of a time figuring out where the light is coming from. So I'm trusting that it's supposed to be on this call. So this morning, literally, I would get a notebook because this is going to be one of those messages where it's a divine channel, but it's also like a really something that I feel like everybody needs to hear. This is something that's been actually coming up a lot over the last few days with some of my clients. And most of my clients are healers or they work in like health. They are either energy workers, energy healers, or nutritionists, or life coaches, or some are even nurses. I mean, there's all of these different things, but the common thread that they have is they really want to help people, right? So that is the common thread that comes through with most of my clients is that's part of their purpose in some way, shape, or form. Again, whether that's out in public or if it's just in their own family or whatever, they're here to bring light and love. They're here to help heal people. Um, and the other thing that's been coming up, it's like one of them the other day said, I can want it for my clients all day long. And I say that all the time. I can want it for my clients all day long, for them to have prosperity, health, happiness, joy, peace. Even if you sell like a health product, right? Like maybe you don't feel like you're a healer, but you have an amazing product line that has really good benefits for people, and you know that it's going to help them healthy and get healthy. And you want for them so much to be able to try this product because you know that it will help them, right? So this goes back to my original first book. I don't have it handy. Of course I don't. But so the very first book I did was Embodied Grace, A Woman's Path to Empowerment. And I literally wanted everybody and their brother and their mother and their sister and their next door neighbor to know that when you work on mindset, it literally can change the life that you're experiencing on the planet, right? So I get really passionate about this and really excited about it because when you learn that there's something that will help you in this lifetime, it's hard not to be excited about it and it's hard not to want to share it with everybody, right? So what came up this morning is kind of along those lines. So it's, I can want it for you. They can want it for you. Everybody else can want it for you all day long, all day, every day. And we can want you to have health, joy, happiness, prosperity. But here's what it comes down to. What I believe and what you believe are two different things. So even though I can want it for you all day long, if you don't want it for yourself all day long, or if you don't believe, more than anything, if you don't believe you can have it all day long, right? So like I want it for you all day long, and I believe that you can have it. I believe you can have joy, happiness, peace, prosperity, all of those things. But if you don't believe that, then you won't be able to experience it. So here's the things that I believe, and I want you to take notes on this because I want you to sit with the idea of, do I believe this for myself? Right. So here's some things that I believe. And what I titled this, I don't know if it's showing up. Like I said, I don't know if this is working on Facebook or not, but what I believe for you, I believe that God wants you to have, like God, source, universe, you use your term there, right? So I believe that God wants you to have joy. I believe that God wants you to have peace. I believe that God wants you to have prosperity and abundance. And I believe that you have a divine purpose. And I believe that we all have spiritual gifts. So I can believe that all day long, all day, every day, and want that for everybody all day, every day. But until you believe that you can have those things, you're never going to be able to experience them in the fullest way that you can. So it gets to a point where you literally have to be in a space where you choose that that's what you're going to believe. That's where the magic comes. That's where the transformation lies. And then you have to understand that getting there's a little tricky because you're going to have to, like in my first book, there's 5 steps, right? So that book is called Embodied Grace, A Woman's Path to Empowerment. It's funny because even as I'm talking about this right now, like I've been getting this divine download the last, I don't know, 6 months or so, that in 2024, I'm going to start speaking to and teaching on the 5 steps to embodied grace all over again. And I'm like, no, I've already done this, already been there. Like, like I don't feel like I need to redo that again. But I'm seeing now why it's so important to bring this back, because there's new levels to it. There's new understanding to it. I'm having new understanding about it myself. But again, it goes back to this thing. I can want something for everybody. I can want the entire world to be happy, joyful, prosperous, all of those things. But until each individual person can grasp that for themselves, they won't be able to attain it. So the way to change the world is to start within yourself. Okay. Huge. Like that's huge. And that's where I was at 12 years ago when I started this journey from, I want to say 12 years ago. Yeah, about 12 years ago. I think it was 2012 when I really started diving into self-help and spiritual growth and all of those things. And I really dove into this. Right. And then I think it's been 6 or 7 years since I published the book. And then I really stepped into about 2 years after, um, well, no, about a year after I published that first book, I really stepped into life coaching full time. Like, this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm doing. Right. So within that, if you want to believe that God wants you to have joy and peace, if you want to believe that God wants you to have prosperity and abundance, and these are all the things I wrote down. That's why I keep looking over here, because I'm looking at how I channeled this through and what I wrote. If you want to believe that you have a divine life purpose, and if you want to believe that you have spiritual gifts, if you want to learn how to apply all of those things in your life, you have to choose to do it. Okay. So in the book, Embodied Grace, and for those of you that are new to my world, you can go into the Facebook group, Spiritual Living with Jennifer, and it says Embodied Grace Community behind it. That community Facebook group is a free resource group. There's all kinds of videos in there. There's all kinds of training in there. The book is in there in a PDF form. So if you can do it on the computer, you like reading things on the computer, go get your free PDF. If you like a hard copy, go to Amazon, get the paperback. Like, so it's there, and it's not very expensive either. So it's there either free in a PDF form, or you can get it. It's a very simple, very plain, like it was just me speaking and just dot, 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 dot. Here's the plan, right? There's not a lot of fluff in that book. It literally was, let's just get down to business. That's kind of how I am. I don't like a lot of fluff and a lot of whatever. Just, I don't even like a lot of stories. I'm like, okay, that's a great story, but tell me how to do this. Get to the good stuff, right? So I don't even do a lot of stories. There's a few little stories in there, but nothing major. And I don't go off on these elaborate things. It's like, here's what you can do. This is the way to change it. And it seems very simple, but it's not as simple as it sounds. So the first step is you have to decide that you want to make something change. You have to choose. I decide right now that I want my life to be a little bit different. Okay. When you make that decision, there's some really important things to be aware of. You have to practice self-care, because as you go through these changes, energy is going to shift in your body, in your mind, in your heart. There's going to be paradigms that get thrown in your face of things that you've believed your entire life. And then you're like, why did I believe this? Right. And then it can shatter you and give you a moment of like, oh my God, which is, some people call the dark night of the soul. It doesn't have to be this huge dramatic thing. It can be just a simple, like, okay, this belief is something I believed all my life. These can be little things like, money doesn't grow on trees. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Like, little things like this can hold us from our destiny. And I want to say destiny because our first our first Ascension Club this year was all around our divine destiny. And it's saying it is calling for you. It is beckoning you. Please listen. Your divine destiny is right there waiting for you. Right. So with that being said, use the 5 steps, decide what you want, practice self-care, because you have to be nurturing yourself as you go through these changes. Self-awareness is huge, because you have to be in the space of self-awareness. Like, when you get triggered, instead of just reacting, you've got to learn to respond to what's coming up for you. So that's where self-awareness comes in. And then it's about making a plan. Like, you kind of have to have a plan of what you're going to do. Like, how are you going to make this happen? And then the last step is claiming it, because if you don't claim that that's what you want, and when I say claim, that's where the action piece comes in, right? So when you claim something for yourself, that means you are going to take action steps towards whatever that goal is. Okay. So all of this to say, what I believe and what you believe are entirely different things. And what's more important than anything is what you believe for yourself. Okay. So I hope you took notes on that because I literally feel like this is such a big message. And if you can understand it and grasp it, this can be the year that you really change things. Okay. So if you're not following me, be sure to follow. If you're not in my group, go to my group because we're going to be working through some of these things this year. And if you really want to dive in, consider the membership because the Ascension Club already this year, just the first call was huge. So sending you guys lots of love. I'll talk to everybody soon. I hope this came through. We'll see. Bye.